Hi students, today we are going to discuss about Topper IIT-NEET Foundation in that 8th class biology. In 8th class biology, we are already discussed about the first lesson that is called as Introduction to Biology. Means what is meant by biology? What are the different branches which are related to the biology? What are the different organizations and scientists which are related to the biology? These are all are discussed in Introduction to Biology. Then coming to the second lesson that is called as cell. What is the second lesson? Cell. So what is meant by cell? Cell is nothing but a small room or a cavity, empty cavity which is present in every organism. Means in every there are so many number of living organisms are there in the nature. So every organism's body will be made up of one cell. Means basically any organism is made with cell. Okay, what is that part? Cell. So for example, if you see simple organisms like amoeba or euglena, they are contain only one single cell. That single cell able to perform all the functions inside the body. Like that, whenever you can see the complex structure or complex organisms. In that also there are so many number of cells are there. For example, if you take human beings, if one healthy human being is contain 60 kgs weight, so in this are 60 into 10 power 15 cells are there. In that person, 60 into 10 power 15. It means approximately one cell or one of the part maybe contain 10 power 15 in nature. 1 kg of the body is contain approximately 10 power 15. Like 60 kgs means 60 into 10 power 15 number of cells are there whenever if you take any human digestive human beings. Like that, if you observe the cell in the lower organism, means from simple organisms to the complex organisms, the systematic organization will be differ from one organism to the another organ. For example, if you see prokaryotes, only one single cell will be there. But some of the organisms you see they are contain so many number of cells. For example, protozoans, poriferans you can see sponges. They are containing only different varieties of the cells in their body. For example, you can see some other organisms, they are contain only tissues, tissue level of organization only we can see. So these tissues combine together and they are forms into organs. Means many number of tissues are combined together and they are forms organs, and these organs are together forms organ systems. These organ systems, so many are combined together and forms a complex organism. Complex organism. Like that, if you see one complex organism or one complexity of organization, cell is contain so many number of cells, and cells are combined together and forms tissues. Tissues are combined together and forms organs. Organs are combined together and forms organ systems. And organ systems allowed so many variety like digestive system, respiratory system, integumentary system, reproductive system, neural system, means neuronal system, excretory system. Like different varieties of the all the organ systems are combined together and forms one complex organism. Like that, from simple organization to the complex organization, the evaluation of complexity of organization will be takes place. So that's why every organism's body basically made with what is that? Cell. So the cell is contains, whenever you can see the cell is bounded with a membranous like structure that is called as cell membrane or plasma membrane. Inside that plasma membrane, there is a liquid material will be present. Inside that plasma membrane, there is a liquid material will be present. So this liquid material is called as protoplasm. Liquid material is called as protoplasm, and whatever the membrane which is present as a outer layer, that is called as plasma membrane. This plasma membrane and protoplasm together constitute a cell. Okay, the plasma membrane and cell together constitute a cell. Like that cells in different organisms, based on the complexity, so many number of cells are there. So in these cells, the protoplasm is very helpful for physical basis, means so many number of activities, whatever the functions which are present in that cell, all are performed inside the organelles which are present inside the protoplasm. And inside the protoplasm, there will be one center structure will be there, that is center organelle will be there, that is called as nucleus. What is that part? Nucleus will be there. So the nucleus containing material will be helpful for inheritance of characteristics from one generation to the another generation. Means, for example, if you see one organism, that organism is reproducing their offsprings, means some of the characteristics are very similar to the parental one. So how the parents containing characteristics, or as you can see in offsprings, means because of the organelle which is present inside the liquid material, that is called as protoplasm. What is the organelle? Nucleus. What is that organelle? Nucleus. So the protoplasm and plasma membrane together we are calling them as one cell. So basically every organism's body is made with cell. So some of the cells are undergoing complex manner, and they are forms cells, tissues, organ systems, and finally it is made with a complete organism. So coming to how the discovery of the cell will be takes place. So the discovery of cell was discovered by one of the scientists called as Robert Hooke. Who is the scientist? Robert Hooke. So Robert Hooke in 1665, by observing the bark cells of the tree, bark cells of the means tree bark cells in the simple microscope, then he observed that some honeycomb like structure inside the body, inside the plant body, like honeycomb like, means you can see the honey hive. Inside the honey hive, this like hexagonal plate like structure will be there. So like these structures which are observed by this Robert Hooke. So in Latin word, the cell means nothing but a little room. So these are appears like a little room like a structure. So that's why Robert Hooke first time he demonstrated that cell like cellula. After that, it was termed by cell by the Robert Hooke. Cell by, after that, it is named as cell. Okay. Cell was discovered by Robert Hooke by observing the bark cells of the tree. Okay. Then coming to the cell. So how the cell structure, shape, size will be there, means the morphological characteristics of the cell you can see, means the shape of the cell is different from one organism to the another organism. For example, if you can observe, if you can see the amoeba is a irregular shaped structure, it is not having a permanent shape to that cell. For example, if you see the paramecium euglena structure, it is containing one spindle shaped like a structure, and these structures from time to time, means from organism to organism, they will be changed from time to time also. Some of the organisms are irregular in shape and some of the organisms are permanent in shape. But from simple to the complex organization process, whenever any part of the structure is contained one particular shape, that will be permanent to that particular organ in that cell, in that organisms. But it will be distract, means there will be some problem will be there during the shape of the cell. So some mostly the shape of the organism is temporary, permanent in shape, in relation to the different structures, different organisms which are present in the body. So then some of the another scientists called as Schleiden and Schwann. Schleiden and Schwann. Schleiden is one of the German botanists and Schwann is one of the German zoologist. Both are working together on plants and animals. They combinedly they together proposed a theory called as cell theory. What is the theory? Cell theory. So in the cell theory, they said that every organism's body basically made with some cells. Okay, every organism's body basically made with some cells. So the cell is the structural and functional unit of life. Structural and functional unit of life. The cells are structural and functional unit of life. So these cells are many of the cells are combined together forms the complex organism. But this cell theory failed to explain that how the cells are arising. So that was proposed by another scientist called as Rudolf Virchow. He proposed that the cells are arised from pre-existing cells. The cells are arised means new cells are arised from pre-existing cells. Pre-existing cells means already the older cells are there. So the older cells are replaces, they are producing whatever the new cells which are required for the organism's body. So means the cells, new cells are coming from the already containing cells. That was proposed by Virchow, and again the Schleiden and Schwann modified their cell theory and immediate adding this sentence also, means all the cells are arised from already pre-existing cells. And some of the scientists usually proposed that protoplasmic theory. So whatever the living organisms are containing the protoplasm, the living material is responsible for all the functions which are present in the cell. And the nucleus, so that's why only the protoplasm, in the protoplasmic theory, the protoplasm, Huxley said that the protoplasm is the physical basis of the heredity, and inside the protoplasm there is a centrally located organelle will be there, that is called as a nucleus. That nucleus is responsible for inheritance of characteristics from one generation to the next generation. So that was proposed by Huxley and Strasburger. Huxley proposed that physical basis of the heredity, protoplasm is the physical basis of heredity, was said by Huxley Strasburger said that inside the protoplasm there will be one important organelle will be there, that is called a nucleus, which is helpful for inheritance of the genetic characteristics. So what are the postulates which are proposed by the Schleiden and Schwann? So they are also called as cell theory. So every organism's body, means all the living organisms in the nature, they are basically made with cells, or basic unit is cell. The cell is the structural and functional unit of the life, and all the cells are arising from already pre-existing cells, and the cells are carrying the genetic information from one generation to the another generation also. So already we completed shape and different scientist proposals, and then coming to size of the cell. So the size of the cell is different from one organism to the another organism. So for example, if you see some of the animal cell size, there will be some 5 to 20 micrometer in length will be there. 5 to 20 micrometer in length will be there. And if you see one of the mycoplasmas means they are also called as PPLOS, pleuropneumonia-like organisms. This pleuropneumonia-like organisms like mycoplasmas, if you can see, the cell diameter is 0.1 micron in diameter. So the smallest cell which is present in the organisms is PPLOS. What is that? PPLOS, mycoplasma, pleuropneumonia-like organisms. What is the diameter of this PPLOS cell? 0.1 micrometer. Generally, 5 to 20 microns in diameter will be there in the animal cells. And then coming to the, if you see by microorganisms body, the microorganisms body, the bacteria is also having the size of the cell 15 centimeter or more, less than the 15 centimeter length is also there. And if you can see the largest cell, what is the largest cell in the organisms? That is ostrich egg. Ostrich egg is the largest cell. So the diameter of this largest cell is approximately somewhat 15 centimeter, means one cell. It is ostrich egg is one single cell. This length or diameter of this cell is 15 centimeter in diameter. So it is the largest one. And if you can see different parts which are present in our body, for example, if you see RBC is size is also somewhat 0.1 to 7 micrometer during the maturation of the RBC will be takes place. And leukocytes size is also from mature to the basic level will be there. And for example, if you see our body containing nerve cell structure, this nerve cell is contain longest cell. So in our body, what is the longest cell in our body? Means nerve cells are coming to the longest cells. And what is the biggest cell? Means the ostrich egg is considered as biggest cell. Then coming to the basic types of the cells, means in the organisms the cells are divided mainly into two types. How many types we are divided? Primarily two types. What are they? One is prokaryotic cells and another one is eukaryotic cells. What is that? Prokaryotic cells and second one is eukaryotic cells. Prokaryotic cells means, pro means first formed, karyon means nucleus, means the nucleus will be formed first time, and the nucleus is present itself in the cytoplasm, means every organism's body is bound with membrane. but in the membrane, the genetic material is also present inside the protoplasm only. Inside the protoplasm only. Means there is no particular prominent nuclear membrane in the prokaryotic cells. So prokaryotic cells means the nucleus formation will be something not clearly formed nucleus will be seen in the prokaryotic cells. Means the genetic material surrounding prominent nuclear membrane is absent in prokaryotic cells. For example, if you see bacteria, the bacteria comes under prokaryotic cell. So if you see bacteria, there is no prominent nucleus. Means the genetic material will be there, but this genetic material is dispersing in the cytoplasm itself. It is not bound with prominent nuclear membrane in this organisms. Then coming to the another one, eukaryotic. U means true, carrion means nucleus. Means in these cells, the nucleus genetic material is surrounding with prominent nuclear membrane will be there. Means here the genetic material is present inside the nuclear membrane. Means what is the main difference between prokaryotic and eukaryotic? Means prokaryotic cells are not contain prominent nucleus, and it does not have nuclear membrane. But eukaryotic cells contain prominent nucleus with nuclear membrane. Okay, so for example, for prokaryotic cells are bacteria, and example for eukaryotic cells are other all organisms like our human beings or some animals, dogs, cats, monkeys. These are all containing cells are prominently they are having genetic material inside the nuclear membrane. So that is the main difference between the prokaryotic and eukaryotic cells. And the nucleus and cytoplasm means whatever the liquid fluid material which is present inside the plasma membrane, both are combined together and forms the protoplasm. So it is mainly physical basis of the heredity. And the nucleus is containing genetic material is mainly important for inheritance of characteristics from one generation to the another generation. So from organism to organism, how the size will be different, shape will be different, and morphological characteristics are also what different from organism to organism. And how many number of cells are there? Two types. What are they? Prokaryotic, eukaryotic. Prokaryotic means without clear formation of nucleus, and eukaryotic means clearly found nucleus with nuclear membrane will be there in eukaryotic cells. Okay, so next class we will continue. Thank you.